and to be spokespeople on this and that. So our present black leadership, they only want enough education and stuff in order to be able to do that. The Black Caucus in the state legislature, almost all of them supported the demands, opposed HB 87. But not one of them organized a community meeting to explain all this stuff to their constituents. Not one. They voted right, because that was the easy thing to do. But doing actual work in their communities, that's not the model anymore. The model is to do just enough education, just enough agitation to confirm your status as special pleaders, and then let it alone. Oh, and to get reelected, of course, get out the vote. So now, National Action Network. Well, the other thing too is that in this era of no support coming from black business people and the black community, the NAACP Urban League and National Action Network and them have basically morphed into spokespeople for the administration. That's what you saw when you saw the thing happen with Shirley Sherrod. Okay, some right-wing people, Andrew Breitbart and his people manufactured a fraudulent slur of Miss Sherrod, and NAAC people, some top NAAC people knew who the Sherrods were and are, but they echoed the White House. No, I'm sorry, I got the order wrong. First, Breitbart manufactured a slur against Sherrod. The White House reacted and saying, "Oh, we disavow her. She's a racist. We're going to fire her." And the NAACP, who knew who she was, knew who the Sherrods are, Charlie and his wife, instead of back-channeling the White House and saying, "Look, we need to check this out. We need to think about this more deeply," their reflex was to turn around and line up with the White House right away. Right away. That was more important. They figured that these are the White House, they must know something we don't. I guess that's the way they figured. But they, because this is the kind of knee-jerk response to, where you get your money is where you get your ideology, that our black leadership are engaged in. What's my time looking like now?
It is 1:33.
I'm supposed to be finished at what time?
2, I believe.
At 2, okay.
No time for interaction.
Yeah, I'm running through it so we can take as much time for interaction at the end, and I'm better than 2/3 of the way, well, about 2/3 of the way through, so there should be maybe 15 minutes of interaction at the end of this. Okay, I got that far.
Did you want to finish your point on Shirley Sherrod?
I'm finished with it, that the Sherrod affair was a reflection of the fact that the NAACP took its marching orders from whatever the White House wanted, no matter how crazy it is, no matter how unfounded it is, instead of its own historic roots and, with the people that it actually knew, that it actually had background with. And this is what you've got when the NAACP nationally has, and Push too, have taken some conflicted positions as far as education reform and charter schooling and the rest of this. And the Urban League right now is attacking the NAACP for its New York City thing, where they are opposing charter schools in New York City, and charter schools are about the corporate privatization of education. So they are hurting each other in line with a corporate agenda. And this is what makes them not very useful to us in fighting mass incarceration. Community organizing in what I call the post-ghetto has been undertaken by a number of forces. In Chicago in the 80s, you had a thing called the Beat Rep program. The Beat Rep program were community organizers funded by the Chicago Police Department. Okay, their job was to put crowds on buses for whenever the mayor wanted a new initiative in the state capitol, to occasionally pack courtrooms when prosecutors wanted to give somebody 1,000 years for something, and to inculcate to people that it's okay to call the cops on your neighbors for whatever reason. You know, and that's what the Beat Rep program was about. Anybody here ever heard of the Gamaliel Foundation? I know you've heard of them. Okay, the Gamaliel Foundation are funded by combination of the mainline Protestant churches or the black adherents to the mainline